Hey there, friends. Welcome to Mind Unmasked, your go-to spot for diving deep into the raw, unfiltered corners of the human psyche. Here on Mind Unmasked, we strip away the masks we all wear every day, those polite facades, the societal expectations, and the little white lies we tell ourselves to uncover what really makes us tick. Whether it's the hidden motivations behind our behaviors, the emotional undercurrents in our relationships, or the psychological twists that influence our decisions, we're all about honest conversations that spark real growth. If you're tuning in for the first time, I'm thrilled you're here. Smash that subscribe button, turn on notifications so you never miss a video, and let's build this community together. We explore psychology not to judge, but to understand, empathize, and connect on a deeper level. And if you've been with us before, you know we keep it real, heartfelt, and always aimed at helping you live a more authentic life. Now, let's jump right in with something that's going to hit home for a lot of you guys out there. Picture this. You're in a relationship, or maybe you're just starting to date, and everything seems great on the surface. But then, out of nowhere, you hit a wall, a misunderstanding, a cold shoulder, or that nagging feeling that you're missing something crucial. Sound familiar? Gentlemen, today on Mind Unmasked, we're tackling a topic that's rarely discussed openly, but could save you years of heartache. 6 brutal truths about women that no one warns men about. These aren't stereotypes or generalizations meant to divide us. They're insights drawn from psychology, real-life experiences, and the emotional realities that shape how women navigate the world. They're brutal because they're honest, often overlooked, and can feel like a gut punch when you first realize them. But trust me, understanding them isn't about blame, it's about building stronger, more empathetic connections. If you've ever felt lost in love, hit that like button right now to let me know you're with me, and let's unpack this together. By the end, you'll walk away with tools to foster genuine intimacy, and who knows, it might just transform your relationships. Let's start with the first truth. Women often experience emotions in waves that crash harder and more unpredictably than men expect, and it's rooted in a mix of biology and societal conditioning that no one prepares you for. Think about it from a young age. Women are encouraged to tune into their feelings, to express them, but also to suppress them in certain ways to fit in. Psychologically, this creates an internal ocean where hormones like estrogen play a bigger role in mood fluctuations than testosterone does for men. But here's the brutal part. When a woman shares her emotions, it's not always about needing a fix. Sometimes she just needs you to ride the wave with her, to listen without jumping to solutions. I remember talking to a friend, let's call him Alex, who was baffled when his girlfriend would vent about a tough day at work. He'd try to problem solve, why don't you talk to your boss? Or just quit if it's that bad. And she'd get more upset. He felt like he was helping, but she felt dismissed. The truth hit him like a ton of bricks. Women process emotions relationally, seeking empathy first. Studies in emotional psychology, like those on attachment styles, show that secure women thrive on shared vulnerability. If you ignore this, it builds resentment quietly, like a storm brewing offshore. So, next time, try saying, "That sounds really tough. I'm here for you," and watch the connection deepen. If this resonates with a past experience of yours, drop a comment below sharing your story. Let's make this a conversation. Moving seamlessly into the second truth, which builds on that emotional foundation, women crave authenticity in a partner more than grand gestures, but the world has conditioned men to think it's all about the flashy stuff, and that's a setup for failure no one warns you about. In our fast-paced, social media-driven society, guys often believe that to win a woman's heart, you need the perfect date, the expensive gifts, or the Instagram-worthy moments. But psychologically, what women often seek is raw honesty, someone who shows up as their true self, flaws and all. This ties into evolutionary psychology, where trust and reliability signal long-term partnership potential. Yet, the brutal reality is that faking it, even with good intentions, erodes that trust faster than you can imagine. Take Sarah, a woman I know from our Mind Unmasked community chats. She dated a guy who always agreed with her, mirrored her interests perfectly, but it felt off. Turns out, he was performing what he thought she wanted, not being genuine. When the mask slipped, so did the relationship. The pain, it's not just heartbreak. It's the betrayal of realizing it was built on illusions. Men, if you're holding back your real opinions or quirks out of fear, you're missing the point. Authenticity fosters intimacy. It's the quiet conversations at 2 a.m. about your fears that bond you. Like if you've ever felt pressured to beat the perfect guy, and it backfired. Your likes help us reach more people struggling with this. Now, let's peel back another layer with the third truth. Women carry an invisible load of mental and emotional labor that's exhaustive, and men are rarely clued in on how it affects everything from daily interactions to long-term commitment. This isn't about chores. It's the psychological weight of remembering birthdays, planning social events, anticipating needs, and managing everyone's emotions in a group. Research in social psychology highlights how women are socialized to be the emotional caretakers, leading to burnout that's often mistaken for moodiness. The brutal twist. When a woman pulls away or seems distant, it might not be about you. It could be her cup overflowing from juggling this unseen work. Imagine your partner organizing family gatherings, tracking your shared calendar, and still showing up with a smile. If you don't notice or share that load, resentment simmers. I once heard from a viewer named Mike who realized this too late. His wife handled everything quietly until she exploded one day, saying, "I feel like I'm parenting you too." It was a wake-up call. To counter this, start noticing, offer to plan the next outing or check in on her emotional state without prompting. It's not about equality in tasks, it's empathy in action. Share in the comments if you've experienced this dynamic. Your insights could help someone else. Shifting gears slightly but staying connected, the fourth truth hits at the core of trust. Women's intuition about red flags is sharper than men realize, honed by a lifetime of navigating safety concerns that society glosses over, and ignoring it can doom a relationship from the start. Psychologically, this stems from heightened awareness of social cues, partly due to evolutionary adaptations for protection. But the brutal truth is that women often pick up on inconsistencies, a white lie here. A dodged question, they're long before men think they're noticeable. And once that trust erodes, rebuilding it is like climbing a mountain in the rain. Consider the story of my buddy Tom, who casually omitted details about his past to keep things light. His girlfriend sensed it, and it festered into doubt. She wasn't being paranoid. Her brain was wired to detect threats to emotional security. Studies on nonverbal communication show women excel at reading micro-expressions, making deception a risky game. The key, be upfront early. Vulnerability isn't weakness, it's strength. If this truth makes you reflect on your own habits, hit like it's a small way to acknowledge the growth we're all chasing here on Mind Unmasked. As we delve deeper, the fifth truth emerges from the shadows of misunderstanding. Women often test boundaries not out of games, but from a deep-seated need for security that stems from psychological scars no one talks about, and misinterpreting it as manipulation can lead to unnecessary conflict. In attachment theory, this is linked to anxious styles where past hurts make someone probe for reassurance. The brutal part, men see it as drama, when it's really a cry for consistency. Picture a woman asking, Do you really mean that? After a compliment, it's not doubt in you, but in the world's reliability based on her experiences. I recall a heartfelt email from a subscriber, Jake, who got frustrated with his partner's questions until he learned about her childhood abandonment. It changed everything. He responded with patience instead of defense. This truth teaches us that empathy bridges gaps. Respond with actions that affirm your commitment, like following through on promises. If you've navigated this in your life, like the video to show solidarity, we're in this together. Finally, wrapping up with the sixth truth that ties it all together. Women evolve emotionally at a pace that can outstrip men's if not nurtured mutually, leading to a disconnect where one partner feels left behind, and no one warns you how pivotal shared growth is. Psychology tells us personal development isn't linear, but women often invest more in self-reflection through therapy, books, or friendships, accelerating their emotional maturity. The brutal reality: if you're not growing alongside her, the relationship can feel stagnant, like trying to dance with someone standing still. Think of Alina, who shared in our community how she outgrew her boyfriend because he resisted change while she worked on herself. It wasn't about superiority, it was mismatched evolution. To combat this, commit to joint activities, read a book together, attend workshops, or discuss dreams openly. It's the ultimate act of love. Gentlemen, these truths aren't indictments. They're invitations to understand, to show up better. They've transformed lives, including mine, by fostering deeper bonds. Few, that was intense, right? But that's what Mind Unmasked is all about, unmasking the truths that empower us. If any of these resonated, like, subscribe, and comment your biggest takeaway. Share this with a friend who needs it. Let's spread empathy. Until next time, keep unmasking your mind. Peace out.